hi, buddy. You gonna sit? Yeah, you gonna sit down there? Okay. So welcome back, everyone. So today I'm just gonna talk about stuff and things, you know, all the emotions we've been feeling this weekend. There's a lot of things going through my mind right now, and I keep thinking of everything from the past 2 months that's gone on with this boy. And all I keep thinking is, if this really is just a foreign body, why wasn't it more looked into? I know x-rays don't show up foreign bodies necessarily all the time. Like if it's cloth or plastic, like those things usually don't show up. Like some plastics do, but some plastics don't. But I just feel like there's been so much time and money wasted on trying to figure out what's going on with him, if it really is just a foreign body in his body. And looking back on a lot of stuff, I'm really I am pissed about some things. I mean, there's technically been 3 veterinarians working on his case at my actual vet office. When we first went in for all this stuff, I understand why the first one, which has been the main one who's working on Sully's case, and she also has a cow dog mix, so I have a kinship with her. But I understand why on that first visit at the end of August, when we took the x-rays and everything showed up, why she didn't think foreign body and why she thought pancreatitis, because I even thought pancreatitis from all his symptoms. But what kills me is, like, the second round of x-rays on his abdomen, that veterinarian, all she kept focusing on was it was his diet. And I swear to this day she still said red blood cells instead of the white. But I feel like if I was with my original veterinarian, the one that I saw for 16 years straight, like, I feel like if I would have showed up that second time, that's when she would have pushed for the specialist. And all his symptoms I know can be like a million different things. Even the internist said that when we went to see her. There's so many different diseases out there that this could have been, and I'm still not 100% sure this is just for, I mean, we won't know anything till Tuesday, but I'm really pissed that I feel like things got brushed off. Like, none of them seemed very concerned about the white blood cell count except for the main vet. We'll call her the cow dog vet. Like, she was concerned about that because his other levels were off too. I'm also super frustrated that I'm not getting callbacks when I want them. Not that I expect them to drop everything to call me, but it's like even now, we're going to be going to surgery on Tuesday. He's scheduled for it. I've talked to the receptionist numerous times about, you know, this is happening Tuesday, but she can't give me the answers I'm seeking. Like, I have no idea if he is staying overnight. I have no idea if he's going to be there a couple days, and none of us know what we're looking for. Like, I think that's what scares me the most about this surgery is that, you know, if there's 2 different spots, one being inside his stomach and one being somewhere down deep in his intestines, it's like, so is he getting 2 incisions? Are they removing part of the intestines? Or, like, I have no answers. I have no good diagnosis going into this. The only thing I can think of why cow dog vet hasn't called me back yet is maybe she took the weekend to, like, look over all the ultrasound images and she wants to get a better idea of what she's going into before she talks to me. And I know they're understaffed, and the lack of staff is like a really big thing in a lot of the vet offices in this area. My husband even called places the day we went to the specialist just to see if we could get a second opinion, and all those places said he would have to come in first for a, you know, physical exam and, you know, like his first visit there type thing, and then we would talk about whether or not we could schedule other visits. And I'm just like, this is ridiculous. And even all those places that he called said it would be like a week or 2 out. He's been already chugging along for 2 months with whatever the heck's going on with him. Even my best friend, she was trying to get a cat in to get neutered. She called her vet. They wanted $500, and they told her that the earliest they could schedule it was February of next year. And it's like, that's insane. I've just never gone into a surgery for my pet being this clueless on what we're doing and what's going to happen. And that internist can go fluff off, because there was things that really pissed me off about that visit too towards the end. Like, it started off like a really good visit. You know, we were finding answers, so to speak, you know, like, it's like we found something, can't tell you what it is. But, you know, towards the end of the visit, when she was telling me about the dog needs surgery, period, that's like the only option. I was trying to ask her questions, and she basically told me I needed to decide either to go to my vet or to use them. And it was my choice, and I had to figure it out, let the receptionist know. And she also told me I needed to get out of the room because she had another client coming in. That was not what I was expecting for what we paid for to go see her and do the you know. I was expecting more conversation, because even with Silver's eye doctor, that specialist, she sat down and talked with me. That's kind of what I was expecting, you know, to get all my questions answered and I got kind of blown off. That was one reason I didn't choose to have the surgery done there. I'd rather him have the surgery also done at a place he knows with people he knows, and hopefully his favorite vet techs are with him. I feel like I made the wrong choice on specialists. I feel like I should have gone to the more expensive place. Like, okay, we'll save money on the consult, and that way if we need to do ultrasounds or procedures, that money can go towards that. And you know, thought I was being smart about it, and I feel like I made a wrong choice. And even she didn't seem to care about his white blood cell count. She did mention that it might be cancer, but she kind of brushed that off as like, well, it's so rare, it probably isn't, but it could be. And I'm just like, what kind of freaking attitude is this? Like, there's been all these like little things that have just really pissed me off when it came to like the vet care. Like, I just don't know what's happening anymore. Like, even when I went to go get him sub-Q fluids, what day was that? Was that on Monday? I can't remember. You guys, you would know better than me, maybe, if you're watching every video. But like, even that vet tech gave me crap for choosing the place I did. She also was like, well, I don't think he's really sick. I don't understand why you need sub-Q fluids. I'm just like, because he's not eating or drinking water. Like, it's 3 days of not eating and drinking. That's, I just don't know if it's like they're all stressed out and that's causing the lack of concern, or they just think I'm nuts. Even when I showed the internist all the videos of how he's chewing, she just brushed it off as whatever. And they still can't tell me what was in his throat. It's like something showed up in his throat, and now they're just like chalking it up to be, you know, bad imaging. It's like, well, if it's bad imaging, you owe me another x-ray. It's not my fault you can't hold the dog still enough for the x-ray. Like, there's all these little things that have just really started to eat at me this weekend, especially because I don't know what I'm going into. Like, I know of exploratory surgery, like I know what it involves. I unfortunately rewatched videos on how it's done just to refresh my memory, and I really shouldn't have, because that just sent me into a whole other thing. So my plan is to go into super mom mode tomorrow morning and to call them constantly until I get somebody to answer me, or maybe I won't go that crazy. Like, I'm trying to be really understanding, but I'm also so freaking mad at so many little things. And then I keep questioning myself, like, are we making the right decision? Because he's been acting so well the last few days. He's been eating all his food really well. Granted, it's only been soft food. Like, he's still having trouble chewing. Like, I don't know why we're ignoring the chewing, swallowing thing, but he's definitely been more playful and eating well, so that's a nice, good sign. But I've been actually adding a ton of water to all his soft foods, because he still won't go to the water bowl half the time on his own. He does it once in a while and tries to lap up some water, but literally after the specialist, he started to stop drinking water out of the bowl again, and we're like, oh my God, can we make it till Tuesday without having to go get more subfluids? And he does do the prayer pose and moan in pain on and off all day long, so I know we need to go in there and look at this point. You think with all our technology we would have better imaging or something by now to figure out what's in there. I guess that's another thing I'm worried about. What if they don't find something? You know, what if he poops it out before we get there and then we cut him open for no reason? Or, you know, just there's all these stupid thoughts going through my head, and I'm trying so hard to be calm and strong for him, because I know he can sense when I'm getting like really upset over all this stuff. And I think the thing that worries me more than the surgery is the recovery, because it's a cattle dog. Like, some places online say it takes up to 4 weeks to fully heal from the surgery, and other places say 2. Again, I wish the vet would call me, because that's one of my questions. I know like the first 2 to 4 days are like the critical days afterwards, but it's like, this is a kangaroo boy. He loves to jump. How do I prevent that? Like, I feel like I'm gonna have to keep him on leash like the whole time, which I will if I have to. But it's like, I'm so worried about recovery, because I know when Silver had her eye surgery, that girl, you know, they said try to get her to rest. She literally ran up the steps the very next morning, blood gushing out of her eye sockets. Like, I was in a total freak out panic, but she acted like, I'm fine, you know, like there's nothing wrong. Didn't even faze her that she had that type of surgery. Like, even when we brought her home, she was freaking out with that cone on her head, and I called the doctor, and she's like, she's a cow dog, just take it off, it'll be fine, you know. But Silver's definitely one tough cookie, that's for sure. And I know Sully's a tough boy, and I know he'll get through this. This has been the worst process of trying to figure out what's wrong with him, and then to basically come full circle back to an original, because they all knew that he had a history of swallowing squeakers and sticks. I've mentioned it a few times on his visits. I guess I just don't understand why that wasn't relooked at or something. I know I need to quit second guessing like my decision to do this, because I know we have to do this. And it's not just him still moaning and prayer posing. Like, we're still having like diarrhea coming out even before the birthday lunch we had with everybody. So I'm going to be very curious to see what happens Tuesday. It's also going to be a very long day because I know the surgery will probably happen maybe around noon, and I probably won't hear anything until 3 or 4 o'clock when he starts waking up. And like I said, I have no idea if I'm picking him up that day or not. And I think after going through all of this, one of the main things I've learned is to always go to the specialist that's more expensive. And the second thing I've learned is if you have to go back to the vet the second time, ask for a referral to an ultrasound right away, and heck with the x-rays. I know some people made comments that I went too many times, but it's like he kept improving. That's the biggest issue we kept having, is he kept improving and then he would relapse into all his what we call episodes. So it seemed to fit more with disease than foreign body, but we don't, it could still be a disease. They might open him up and tell me he's got cancer. I hope not. I hope that's not the case. And if he gets through all of this, and when he gets through all of this and he's fully healed, if he's still having chewing issues, getting that endoscopy done. But I'm gonna go to the other place. But anyway, that's like my jumbled venting crap. I was more angrier earlier. I'm glad I calmed down before I record. Or maybe I shouldn't calm down before I record. Maybe it's more entertaining if I'm more angry. Yeah, there's been a lot of what if moments in my head, and all the shoulda, woulda, coulda done things already. Like, it's, you know, the normal pet parent crap we all go through when we're making the decisions we're trying to make for our babies. And also a lot of stupid, ugly crying, because I have never in my life experienced the kindness and generosity that I have recently for my boy. Like, you all, I don't even want to talk about this because I can already feel it coming on. Like, I feel like I'm living my own Hallmark movie. Freaking Hallmark commercials make me cry. Everything makes me cry. You know, soldiers coming home and holding their dogs or their kids, you know, all those feeling videos, you know, like, but seriously, I cannot thank you all enough for everything you've done. Like, I literally scheduled a surgery without having the means to do the surgery. And with you guys and with what me and my husband came up with, like, we're doing this. Like, we're gonna fix the baby. I don't know what I did to deserve all of you. I know what he did. He's an adorable dog. He deserves everything. But, like, I am truly grateful for everything. Whew, I'm not gonna do it. But take care, everyone. I hope you all stay well, and we are going to post when he gets out of surgery on the community tab on the channel, just to let y'all know. But yeah, take care, guys. Hang in there too with me. I know there's some of you that are just as upset as I am, but we got this. We can do this. Cow dog tough. Anyway, take care. Bye.